And joining us now on the line, Dave Miller with CSpire, Communications Director over there. Dave, tell us what's going on with CSpire, man.
Well, I tell you, it's probably, the old Boy Scouts motto about being prepared. I think it's really helped us.
Yeah.
I know it's really helped the city of New Orleans. We had the catastrophic problems back with Hurricane Katrina in 2005 and all the death and destruction that occurred there. And I mean, I'm not trying to diminish the damage that's been done down there already and along the Mississippi Gulf Coast, but it does pay to be prepared and to have plans and to implement those plans when it occurs. So as far as CSpire's network is concerned, there's really a lot of great news. We've really largely escaped the wrath of Hurricane Ida. It came on shore as a Category 4, actually a high Category 4. Mm-hmm. Lots of damaging winds, lots of flash flooding, lots of storm surge. But we operate, over, I think it's close to 1,200 cell sites in Mississippi, and we haven't really had any that have had service impacts, significant service impacts. The biggest problem and the biggest challenge that we've had, and we've actually planned for this, is that we lose commercial power, and of course, when you have this kind of an event, and, basically what happened with Ida is it slowed down as it came on shore. So all those winds and rain and all the other stuff that it brings with it, it hangs around longer. And so that has more of an impact on our network in terms of just losing commercial power. And so we've had, I think we were up to close to 100 sites, but we've actually gone down to under 90 now that are on generator power. And of course, we have plans, if commercial power is not restored, to get those generators refueled, and service will continue in those areas. So we've actually done really well there on the wireless side. There's been minimal impacts, if any, on the wireline side with our fiber to the home service to consumers, and our business services, our sort of myriad of services that we provide to businesses for voice and data. Those have not been impacted either. So it's really been a positive story, but it hasn't been without a lot of work that happens behind the scenes and in advance. And that's what really customers expect. They want, service to be reliable when they need it the most, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And Dave, of course, Katrina, though that was a long time ago, the truth is it was instructive to providers such as CSpire with respect to how best to design resilient networks, and you guys have done that. I mean, you learned a lot from that, and you've improved your network. You've made it better. You've made it more resilient so that it can withstand these sorts of situations.
Absolutely. No, there is absolutely no question about that. One of the things that was really interesting, and it may have just been sailor's luck for us, but our network down on the coast, particularly which was really hard hit by Hurricane Katrina, it was largely still intact, and a lot of the other national carriers got on our network because it was the only one that was working down there. And so, we actually, we weren't relying on luck again this year. I mean, this year with this kind of situation, we actually go through and plan and prepare and do scenarios and the whole thing. And we have our staff ready to go, and we've got plans that we're ready to implement, based on what the scenario is and what the circumstances are on the ground. And that's really the way, customers expect us to do it, and that's the way we do it.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. It's I learned that as well, and I know you're very familiar with this. Nobody really pays attention to the fact that you're delivering service continuously, 99.99% of the time. They typically only care about the 0.1 or 0.01% they don't have it, and that's what they focus on. But that's fine. That's what you're selling, and that's what they expect, and that's what you want to provide.
Absolutely. We don't even want that 1/10 or 1/100th of a percent
That's
of
right.
customers to feel like, they're getting ignored. And if we do have situations where, service is impaired or we lose it, we're right out there in the midst of whatever the circumstances are. In a lot of cases, like, down on the coast when this thing first came on shore, there was a lot of heavy wind, lots of rain, very unsafe circumstances, and we're going to continue to provide service and do it in a way that's safe for our employees, but also ensures that we continue to provide that service to our customers, because that's what they expect and that's what they need.
Yep, that's absolutely true. And the good news is technology's come a long way, and we've got lots of tools and innovative platforms that allow you guys to provide this continuous, resilient, uninterrupted service, and you do great at that.
That's absolutely true. There's been quantum leaps in technology and the ability to provide these services, as well as the actual equipment and the infrastructure that goes into making sure that service is continuing. One thing I do want to make sure that customers, if they do have any questions about service impacts, if they have any questions about store hours or operations in the storm-affected areas, they just go to cspire.com/wireless, and they'll be able to get those updates.
Appreciate that, Dave. Appreciate that, and great job, and I'm sure we'll be talking soon. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.